WCBI First Alert AccuWeather forecast on CW4 with meteorologist Trevor Birchett.
Well, less than a week ago, snow was flying in Mississippi, and in typical Mississippi weather fashion, now we're having to talk about some strong to severe storms likely through the day tomorrow. The Storm Prediction Center out in Norman, Oklahoma has issued a good chunk of our area under a level 3 out of 5 risk for severe weather. Everybody else under a level 2, but don't get too hung up on whether you're in the orange or the yellow, because everybody has a chance of seeing some strong to severe storms through the day tomorrow, as I'll show you here in just a little bit. No storms to worry about right now in Starkville. We're 55 with clouds continuing to build in. Pretty nice night out there on the junction. Staying pretty mild. You might need a light jacket later on, but in general, we're going to warm up, and you'll see that on the forecast. We're forecasting 57 tonight. I know we're already below that in Starkville, but temperatures are actually going to continue to go up with those southerly winds ushering in all of that moisture. We'll stay variably cloudy through the evening, but I think clouds will continue to build as we get into early tomorrow. So waking up, it's going to be cloudy, maybe a few showers, but I think the better chances for storms is going to hold off until lunchtime, if not right after, and last into the evening. And notice our temperatures in the 70s, so it's going to be unseasonably warm through the day tomorrow. And as I mentioned, all of that combined with the moisture is going to help to fuel these storms as they move in. So as I mentioned, wind is definitely the primary threat here. As these storms come through, definitely the chance for some gusty to damaging winds, but we've also bumped our hail and tornado threats up to a medium. So definitely a chance that some of us see some hail out of this, and it is also possible that we have a few tornadoes as these storms roll through tomorrow. The storms are going to be moving a little quick, so I don't think we're going to have to deal with any flash flooding, but if you're in a spot that's prone to flooding, you might have to deal with it. Now, we have a lot of ingredients that have to come together for severe weather. One of them is moisture, and as you can see, we've got plenty of moisture across the area. Dew points are going to be in the 60s to near 70. We've also got to look at our wind shear. That's the turning in the atmosphere of the winds. And as you can see, plenty of wind shear also. Better wind shear down to the south. And that's why you notice that orange area was more down to the south. But still, plenty of wind shear. That's not the only ingredient we need. So don't count that out, because as you can see, we also need unstable air. And we've got plenty of that all across the area as well. So we'll break this down for you on Futurecast. As I mentioned, starting off 8 a.m., really not much going on. But these storms are going to start to fire up through the early morning hours out in the Delta. And as they roll on through here, I think they'll start to strengthen just a little bit. So by 11 or 12 o'clock, I think as you're heading out to lunch, some folks out along I-55 could be seeing some of these storms. And then continuing through the day, this line's going to continue to form. But notice how it's a broken line. So we'll have to watch out for some of those supercells that could form ahead of the cold front. And that's going to continue into the evening. Look at this, just a mess of storms. And this is what we're going to watch for. These isolated cells out ahead of the main line, that is what is going to be the troublemaker through the day tomorrow. So if those can form, that is something we're going to have to watch for, the threat of some spin-up tornadoes and large hail as that rolls through. Still some heavy thunderstorms coming through Columbus by the dinner time hour. The good news is I think it all moves out of here fairly quickly, and by 8 or 9 o'clock, I think the severe weather threat will be ending for the area. Certainly by 10 p.m., I think we will all be starting to dry out. And the good news is after that, the week is looking pretty nice. It's 72 for Monday. We're down to 44 on Tuesday, so a little bit of sticker shock. Definitely want to grab the jacket on Tuesday. Same pretty nice for Wednesday and Thursday. We will reintroduce the chance for some showers. Don't think it's a washout, though, but certainly keep that rain jacket handy as we get toward the weekend.
Now, Trevor, you mentioned something earlier in the show that I really want to drive home.
Yeah.
Now, if you have a weather radio in the northern part of the state, that's not going to work.
It's not going to work. If you're north of Tupelo, if you use the Boonville weather radio transmitter, you will not receive weather alerts tomorrow. It's out of service. Horrible timing for it, but make sure you download that WCBI News app. We'll keep you informed.
Right. That is a good alternative option. All right. Well.